Since you sat down for one of these.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
What have you been up to?
Wow, everything, a lot. Most people go through their things, very privately,
You took it on tour.
live every night.
Oh, this is an interview from January? In years, huh?
It was so healing. I'm fucking Jay-Z. Respectfully.
Or
Like, for what? To what end?
All right, here we go. Let's work.
how would you rate your 2025? Like looking back on the last year?
It was hard, really hard. I was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glad we got right to that, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like, I was really heartbroken by like everything that occurred, with all we in a space now where it's just like, almost like consequence is not thought about enough. So everything is so instant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby,
The civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
that shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person, especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. Morals, integrity,
Code.
those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like, it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard. And I knew that we was gonna walk through that. We was gonna walk through that because, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you
At the end of the day, it still reigns supreme. I gotta be honest. They speak alike. Jay-Z and Diddy Bop speak alike. And I don't blame them. They are, well, no, I do blame them. The fuck? They are multi-billion-dollar men alone, and they're black. Did I mention they're black? Oh wait, hey y'all, did I mention they're black? What's good, Asia? They're black. So like I've said time and time again, I don't agree with people who hide from everything. And when things don't go their way and a narrative isn't spun how they want it to be ran, they give the victim testimony. Like, no, you were hiding because you were mostly the villain in stories. But at the same time, you don't need to address every single little thing. Like, at this point, you can't even say, oh, if I was Jay-Z, or if I was JB, or if I was J. Cole, or if I was Kendrick, or if I was Drake. You can't say that. Stop. Shut up. Especially y'all dumbass individuals. Y'all can't say that. You ain't got no right to do that because y'all can't even think and put one of your friends in real life, a relationship in your real life, in your own shoes. Step in their shoes. You can't do that. So fuck you think you're going to put emphasis on empathy, stepping in somebody else's shoes who's a celebrity, who has employers. Stop it. Anyway, and paparazzi and everybody watching what the hell they say. But yeah, they sound a lot alike. A lot alike.
Then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z.
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually, it was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
I'm with that. But I mean, a lot of times you got to go backwards so you can go forward, or you got to just stay still. If you can't make a situation better, don't make it worse. That's simple. That's simple math. If you can't make a situation better, do not make it worse. Do not add any more logs to the fire. Just let it burn out. Don't put no sticks, no leaves, no mulch, no nothing, no dirt, no nothing. Just let the fire just go out.
When we first dropped Reasonable Doubt,
I'm
we
excited.
sold 34,000 records. We were in like at MTV, like, give us a performance in the last slot.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? You don't even have a video that we played. They ain't say these words, but you know what I'm saying. The energy was like, you're new.
Yeah.
Like you haven't proven yourself. But in our mind, the fact that we released an album was proof enough of concept. We did it. That was hard then. We remember, we're not in control of distribution, marketing, anything. We're going like a street level, street team approach to this. And so when we put the album out, that was the win.
Yeah.
And we had some success. And remember, on the streets, we were platinum. Anywhere you was gonna go, you was gonna hear Reasonable Doubt.
Did you feel that way at the time though?
No, at the time I wanted a deal.
Were you
That's why I went to
dejected
every single
almost?
label. Huh?
Did you feel like dejected or?
I wasn't, yes, I was rejected, not dejected.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like every door was, but I always believed in myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't a moment that I thought, I'm not good enough for this industry. At every rejection, I thought, why do they have this guy in place? He doesn't know what's going on.
Like they're slacking.
They're
not seeing the vision. When you look back at that time, are there things that you're glad that you didn't know?
Yeah, of course. It's
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like if you're in the room and you go through this room and you get to the end and you open the door and you're like, wow. And then you turn back and you turn the lights off and it was like pits and snakes. You know, your naive nature just naturally navigated you through the dark. And that's made up for the things that we didn't know. And it helps because
People who are tapped into a certain knowledge and like a financial curriculum, they speak in code. So a layman person speaking about doors opening and closing and you having to feel light and get the dead weight off of you so you can go through the next door and be open to new opportunities, to new experiences. That's acceptable. But when high level shakers and movers and makers of, oh my gosh, so much behind the scenes that come to the scene, agendas, and when they say shit like doors is opening and bro, all that shit is ritual talk. All that shit is ritual talk. All that shit is code. Please don't let it go over your head. Like, please don't be so infatuated with the idea like, oh my God, Jay-Z, I don't give a damn how many records, and like, salute, you know what I mean? But like, don't just listen to what he's speaking about. Listen to how he's speaking about it.
you can learn something so much that you just tap out. I think that happens a lot in the music business. Like people get in the music business for the right reasons and they're very passionate about it, but then it becomes Monday.
It reminds me of an old Kanye.
Yeah, because money and clout. Money and clout starts to take precedence over the art. And my only option was do the opposite. Then lead with the skill, nigga. If hip hop is back, JID should chart platinum. If anything less than that to me, Sean Capping.
A quote of something he said about you when he said, "With Jay, you always see the win." What do you think he meant by that?
I think that I've showed the entire picture
Mm-hmm.
from You Must Love Me to Regrets to, Soon You Understand. But the wins are so big that I can see where that can dominate a person's memory. You forget the losses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or the perception.
or that becomes the perception that it's
Right.
only wins. And then I do say, I will not lose. So
Well, I
I
was
could
gonna s-
add to the perception as well.
I was gonna say you also are really good at kind of like you have a discipline of almost like shrugging off any kind of perception of a loss. Like
Yeah.
let's let Ness go 0 for 82. I'll look at you like it's gravy. Like
Yeah, because it's all wins. If I had 0.1 of the nest, I won.
Or
it's like I had ownership in a basketball team in Brooklyn.
is that something you continue to apply? Like
Yeah.
when, God forbid, something goes wrong,
Yeah.
don't freak out. We can.
It's not even God forbid when something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. Everything in life happens for your greatest good.
Mhm.
Everything. I had to not get a deal in order to become who I am today. It didn't feel like the greatest blessing of all. It was the
I want y'all to know something, and I'm not gonna pause too much more because this is gonna sum most of this shit up. Okay, go big screen for this. Okay, with my boy in the back. What's up, my boy? Everything that he's speaking about, he's denouncing. He said, "God forbid." Like, why did you just denounce that? No, it's not even God forbid. It's just, what is it then? Like, why would you even like repel or deny or like push that down to the anyway? But look, everything that Jay-Z is explaining, it's all about belief. Everything. If you believe an apple a day keeps the doctor away, what do you think's gonna happen? And you believe that till you pass away. It's placebo effect. It's belief. If a motherfucker thinks that the greater good is to walk all over you, piss on you, disrespect you, view you as an NPC without any evidence, without any proof, in their mind, they did something that they believe was the best for their greater good. So please, everything that he's speaking about, it breaks down the fundamental philosophy of belief. If you believe God is coming to save you, if you believe Jesus is coming to save you, and you may not be around to see it, you may see it in other people, you may and that's what you believe, you give all the power and credence to God, Jesus Christ. He did it. He does all. He accomplished it. I didn't do nothing. I didn't give shit. I didn't. That's your belief. If you believe that Satan is the one that controls the good and the bad, and you're an atheist, that's your belief. So everything that you think about is going to correspond that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
greatest blessing that I didn't get a deal, right? So again, everything in your life, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
Right.
When you
Don't skip over that.
yeah,
It's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
so
You just got to know the distinction. Everything is just how you relate to it. There's no good or bad. Shit happens. It's life.
That is true.
when did you reach that acceptance of that concept though?
I read a lot of books earlier, Seed of the Soul, Celestine Prophecies, and all these different books, and I was picking up all these gems and jewels on the way. But I was also 26 when I came in, and I lived a lot of life in those 26 years. Marcy to Trenton, New Jersey, to Cambridge, Maryland, to Newport News, Virginia. I met all sorts of people, been in all sorts of situations, and I came out without a scratch. Never been to jail.
3 shots never touched me.
3 shots never touched me. I've never been, I came out unscathed. It's very rare. And I was always curious after that. Once you reach that part, like I've had the living, and now I'm like,
Sound like you had some mighty protection there, Jay-Z. And I don't know if it's by G-O-D.
man, why did that happen? I'm always questioning, like, why did that happen? Why did it happen that way?
I want to ask you just a little bit about a written testimony specifically, just because that was the most recent release. I think it came out like right before the pandemic started, so
Yeah,
you guys
like
didn't
the
talk
day.
about that much. The day.
Yeah, my favorite verses off that just jumbled track. I love that track. It's so noisy and just so unorthodox. Flux capacitor. Flux capacitor.
You know what's funny about that? So I don't know if you remember this. You and I were emailing about that because I wrote about that album, and I said this verse is crazy even if it's offbeat.
Yeah.
And you said that being offbeat was the point, champ. And I was like, well, what can I say to that?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you need to sit in the pocket. 'Cause my pocket is always, it's like with a foot over the thing anyway. It's always hanging to the last moment, and it's like, because sometimes I try to fit a lot of words into like a small space. Then that last word just like get in the door.
Sticking with a written testimony, you have a couple of verses on there that I really like because they kind of speak to what's going on with you in a broader sense in the culture, like on Universal Soldier, I think it is, when you said that you don't keep the same energy for the DuPonts and the Carnegies.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artist. That's a mind game, what we would call back in the day for tricknology. It's like, no, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first. And then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take no one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some wrinkle in like a capitalist structure. That structure exists, and I just see the world for what it is, not for what I want it to be. I'm a realist, not an ideal. It's not idealistic. People speak about the world how they want.
Well, see, and that's going back to what I said, dog. Being a realist and an idealist is synonymous. It's the same thing because it's your belief that's real. What you think creates how you feel. And how you feel creates a bond, an emotion. That emotion is a feeling. That feeling gets projected to the world, which is a magnet that attracts that feeling back to you. Come on, bro. And Jay-Z know that. It's just, you know what I'm saying? These people know what they're doing, bro. They don't, like, look, they don't get to a certain place being stupid, being careless, being frivolous, being frugal. Word up. For real. That's on the real.
Want to see it. You're never going to win like that.
You said something just now, though, about you pushing independence, right? Kind of like in the spirit of Prince. When you embody that, do you feel like you are kind of setting a mold or leading a charge for like what the successful black man is allowed to do, and like breaking these spaces, breaking these confines?
Yeah. I even want you to take that out of your vocabulary.
Take what?
Allowed. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to do anything. In order for someone to allow you, they have to have authority over you.
That's a fact.
No one has authority over us.
That's a fact.
We exist like everyone else here. No one can allow us to do anything. But that word comes from a real space. And I want to eliminate all those type of words for us.
Yeah.
Yes. So the answer to that is yes.
When you're on a mission
That's
to
powerful. That's
eliminate
powerful.
words like allow, like you said, do you feel like that makes you a target sometimes from?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
But he worked so hard through all of these decades to be an untouchable black.
100%. What's the Nipsey thing? Pray for me, y'all. One day I'm gonna have to pay for these thoughts. Real niggas is extinct. It ain't safe for me, my dog. These are real fucking lyrics.
You've come back to that a lot in the last few years. Like
Yeah.
the more I reveal me, the more they will kill me. Stuff like that. Who, when you say they, like who is that?
Uh-oh.
Whatever the threat to, however the system is set up
Uh-oh.
to keep things at status quo
Uh-oh.
and keep us in a position of using words like allow. So anyone that's culpable in creating the system that we operate under, that's they.
Yeah.
That's they. And it actually goes beyond color.
Yeah.
That's a
I've
fact.
encountered that a lot. I've encountered that a lot where it was just like,
That's a
okay,
fact.
this successful black man, make it. Let me go to him
Yeah.
and for help. And they're like, you don't fuck with no rap shit.
Oh wow.
Not like out like that, but
Yeah,
you know,
that's the
what I'm saying?
energy.
Like the energy. It's like you see the energy.
Yeah.
You know?
I was thinking about how you described last year as being angry and for the first time in a while. And I wondered what it felt like to be pulled back into that feeling and how you pulled yourself out or how you leaned on the people around you.
Yeah.
You've been saying to pull
Yeah, I needed the people around me more than ever. Because usually when I have that feeling, I would just make music and just be therapeutic. I'll be able to, I'll bloat it out.
Yeah.
And I would be like, you know, I'll move on. I had to sit in that
Yeah.
for a long time. And luckily I had that. And right, again, I've built this this circle that's really safe for me of people that really love me, not using me, and like, you know, really care for my best interests. So I was able to have that in the time, you know, the most crucial time for me,
Yeah.
especially people that were close to me, and I'll explain. So like, you know, when those type of things happen, people run. They don't care what happened. They don't care. It's like, save yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so I have partners. You know, I've had big deals with, I called my guy from LVMH, hey man, this is coming, and I can't get rid of it. I can't take a settlement.
Yeah.
It ain't in my DNA. First of all, first I had to tell my wife, let's just back up.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't even in me. I know what this is the weight that this is gonna bring on our family. I can't do it. The makeup, I would die. It would have been cheaper, yes. Cheaper, quicker,
Yeah.
move on with your life. It was like a testament because people know me. Like, I know who you are, and that's impossible. And not only we standing by you, but what do you need?
Yeah. What did you kind of do to come back from that personally or emotionally, I guess?
I'm still working with that. That's a great question. I'm still dealing with that.
What was it like watching Blue come into her own even more on this most recent tour?
That was amazing. You know, because on the first tour, you know, there was a lot of conversation around her first performance. And she worked really hard to get to that point, but she still wasn't going for it. She still was like going through the motions. And then after that, she just started going for it. Like, she started fighting back. I saw her fight, maybe for the first time in her life, like fighting back. You know, like not everything is just given to her and everything is easy. She had to fight for that, and she fought for it. Then to see her do the amount of work, she's almost on every number.
Yeah.
I had to take her off physically or some number. Like, man, you can't be on that stage where she's singing, you know, 6-inch heels. You crazy? That's never gonna happen. You know, like it was like that. It was like a fight.
Sure.
She wanted to dance every single number. And that's a lot of, you know, choreography to remember. She was 13 at the time. That's a lot. And she was nailing it. She was going crazy.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Like, Blue is a crazy pianist.
Oh, word.
But she won't let us get her like a teacher. She don't want to be mentored in that way because she wants it to feel just like fun. She don't want it to be a job. But when she has a perfect pitch, anything. If she hears a song, she'll be like, play it again, and then she'll play it.
Oh, wow.
Like, she'll teach herself. She'll find the notes, and then she's off playing it.
Wow.
That's just talent. Because we tell her, like, you know, that's not normal, right? And she's just like, no, I just want to play. I enjoy playing. Let me just play. So she doesn't work at that.
That's mature.
This was she worked at this, you know, and you know, it makes me proud that she fought for something that she really wanted to do. I
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna be able to get off that stage now. I don't know.
You pop out like when you want to, you record when you want to, like you're not in that like that stricture of
Yeah, I think 444 released a lot. Although it's the hardest album for me to make,
Mm,
it's still hard to. I can't even listen to 444
damn.
because it's so. It's the album that I was always afraid to make. You know what I mean? Like you think about, like, man, I want to make an album like it's just like pure and just like vulnerable and just like the real interior thoughts. You know, not like, you know, this Superman, like this mythical figure.
So it's interesting for you to like pinpoint that because, like we were saying earlier, the last time you did one of these like kind of real sit downs was around 444, when that had like just happened and just come out. So I'm curious now, like what it's like that it's been some time since
In what
that,
year? In
and
what
how
year
you've
was
kind
that?
of evolved with those changes and going
It
through
was
that door, like
18,
you said.
right?
I'm super proud of the work that I've done and put in, and to be able to do that in front of the whole world.
18 or
Yeah.
17.
Like most people, you know, they get to, you know, go through their things, you know, very privately. Right?
You
17.
took it on tour.
Live every night. It was so healing. 444 to like everything is love. That's a real chapter in life
Yeah.
that you know, it got recorded.
Everything is love. You're rapping like really like there's some crazy verses on there where you're just like flowing nuts. Like
Yeah.
friends and nice, you know, like
Yeah, thank you. And I'm a fan of my wife's creativity. She's a monster in the studio. She can hear like a sound off of
All
like a drum
offense.
8 months prior.
Cause I'm a 99 build. I signed mighty fine deals. The sheer total was 95 mil. So why do I still grind like I'm trying? Nigga, stop, bro. Shut the fuck up.
And be like, what happened to that drum that was, remember that song that I'm like, no. And she'll pull out a drum sound that's like needed for that moment. You know what I mean? Like she's a great producer. So when you're
All
around that
offense,
type of
bro.
talent, it's just like, again,
Attacking.
you know, you're in that type of energy, you know, people bringing music and, you know, it's just a vibe. So those verses were just crafted because we were just having a good time.
it feels like you and her are in a real creative zone too right now. Like correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like the last couple albums she's put out, I've noticed your name in the liner notes a lot too. Like I can kind of picture you like in the studio flowing like Unicorn is the uniform you put on, you know?
Yeah, yeah, but you know, again, it's that energy. Like I know what she's trying to accomplish, and anything that I can contribute. I mean, for my family, first of all, you know, I thought it was super important and a challenge and fun to be in the room.
Does that give you some of your own creative spark to get back to your own zone and get the pen out?
It actually does the opposite.
Really?
I'm actually fulfilled in that space. You know what I mean? Just to be like, you know, a small cog in that wheel. I'm getting out that creativity. But again, I was just so like heavy. And I don't know how to make music that's not reflective of how I'm feeling at the moment. It would have been fiery,
That would have been.
but I don't know. I don't know if it's done more harm than good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because, you know, I have a lot of like scratch ideas and they like all bad. I'll be honest. They're bad. It's just like all bad.
The streets really wanted you
Nigga
on the
said they
Clips
bad.
album.
Yeah, I was close. I think I think the first thing that I say, it has to be said from me.
You can't be like a
I don't want to be so rigid with it though. I'm gonna keep that open. You know, I'm gonna take that back. But at that moment, I was like, yeah, I want to do something, but in order for me to move forward, I got to get this shit out. I got to get it out.
When we're talking about putting on for the culture, what
That's
does it
important
mean
too.
to you to be at the helm of a cultural event so important as the Super Bowl?
I think everyone should experience music in its totality. And for a lot of years, it was only one side of music that was being represented.
Yeah.
And we got the opportunity to to create a more balanced idea of what popular music is today.
Yeah.
I'm not going out on a limb. This is the most famous people in the world.
Statistically supported.
It's like I'm not like I didn't pick like the indie artist that I really like from Portland. The #1 streamed artist in the world. Him.
It's crazy that I think last year was still like the first solo rap act, which is crazy to say that
Yeah.
last year was that. Was that a hard one to get across the board?
Not without conversations that was like dated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you said, the stats show Kendrick broke the audience record.
Yep.
It's not rocket science. It's like this is the music of our time, and it should be represented on the biggest stage because these are some of the. I'm not saying they're the only artists, right? Obviously, other artists would be offended,
Yeah.
but I think that was the right choice.
As a rapper, first and foremost, and being one of the
said-
pilars of contemporary rap, I would have to imagine.
That nigga
you
laughed
got a
like
special
Stephen
kick
Brown.
out of watching that show, though, in particular.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I thought it was brave. I thought what he did was brave, and it speaks to who he is as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
He could have made it a little easy on himself.
Just aesthetically and like what the.
No.
scope-
Aesthetically, it was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
flawless. The artistic choice to play
The new album.
the new album was a choice, and brave in front of that big of an audience. Because even if
It's the message.
10 million people know some of these songs, there's 120 million people that's like, what is he doing? And as an artist, to stand up there and do it and complete your vision was like, I had to tip my hat. Like,
They're
I
gonna
have
come back to it in 10
high
years.
respect for him already, but like even more, my
It's
respect.
never
is
about
like,
just a moment, man.
he's really about what he say he's about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to ask you this only as a participant in.
you don't have to give a disclaimer first.
Well, I'm just saying, as someone who was part of probably the genre's biggest rap beef,
Well, until now.
as a spectator,
Yeah.
what did you think of the 2024 back and forth between him and Drake?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have an answer you're not gonna like.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna like. That's presumptuous. I think that look, there was 4 pillars of hip hop. There are 4 pillars of hip hop, right?
Yep.
There's breakdancing,
Yep.
and it's graffiti.
Yep.
There's DJing and battling.
Yep.
Break dance is not at the forefront of rap anymore. It's actually an Olympics sport. So that's dead. Graffiti,
Yeah.
beautiful, in certain places.
Yeah.
But nobody give a
Even
fuck.
in like, major art and like Keith Haring
Yeah.
and Basquiat, actually, a street artist.
Yep.
Shout out
Took it to the next
Basquiat.
level. It's not part of hip hop.
Don't give a fuck.
DJing. The DJ was in the forefront. It was
Huge.
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eric B. and
And
Rakim.
Rakim.
Yeah.
You don't even know the DJ for half of the artists anymore. Who's
Yeah.
Drake DJ? I have no idea. Okay,
Couldn't tell you off top.
that no longer exists.
But we
And
know
the last pillar
who it was for Kendrick Duckworth Lamar.
is battling. We love the excitement, and I love the sparring and the music you get.
Mhm.
But in this day and age, it's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen.
Really.
Yeah, because it's almost like it's a final thing. Now people that like Kendrick hate Drake,
Yeah.
no matter what he makes, no matter what he says, and it goes far too. It's like attack on his character and his thing and it's like, I don't know if I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's helpful to our growth. Where the fallout lands,
Mm-hmm.
especially on on social media, which takes place every day.
Yeah.
And now you have these pods of cult.
The Stan armies fighting.
Yeah, and it's like, it's too far.
Yeah.
It's like,
That shit been a thing, Jay. Come on now. That shit been too far. Yeah. Agreed. That's why I said we leaving all that shit in 2025, bro. We leaving crazed stands and crazed fanatics of any type. We leaving that shit in 2025. That shit dead.
bringing people kids in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't like that. Maybe I've grown in a space that is probably, I sound like the old guy wagging the finger. But I think we can achieved the same thing as far as like sparring with music, with collaborations more so than breaking the whole thing apart.
Yeah.
It could stand it before because there was no social media and there was no thing, and you know, you had the battle and it was fun and then you moved on.
Right.
Right now, I don't know if it could stand it with the technology that we have.
Because it takes up so much oxygen.
It takes up so much oxygen.
Yeah.
And now it's just like every day they're just
Like
trying
they're
to
still
take,
talking about it.
It's not just talking about it. Not like, yo, this song I like this.
Yeah.
No, it's like trying to tear down the people's life.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like trying to, you know, wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Again, I love the idea that we got so much music in such a short period of time.
Great music.
Just everything around it was just like, man, it's like taking us a couple steps back,
Yeah.
and we just grown so much that I don't know if, I guess I'm gonna say it, I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Interesting.
I hate that I have this point of,
So what the fuck then? Because DJs aren't like that. They're not. So now, so what the fuck are we about to do? Are we about to? Because who's gonna be the talk? Who's gonna be the talking heads for that? Because now we gotta make new titles for the rap game. That's what that entails. That's what he's saying. We're gonna have to make new criteria and new pillars for hip hop. That's like saying, in order to get on this team, we have 5 rules. You gotta hustle, play with heart. You don't gotta be the most skilled, but you gotta play together. Play with your teammates. Do not be selfish. That's already 4. And shit, know how to take a charge or something. Know how to whatever. Have high IQ. Whatever. That's 5 rules. We play that way for 5 years. We got a semi good winning team. On year 6, year 7. Now you got to shoot. You don't have to hustle that much. You don't have to learn how to take. You don't have to know how to take a charge. You don't have to have high IQ. Just shoot the ball. We need big men who want to be big men. Like the rules, sure, it's cool to evolve and shit, but like we gotta keep the foundation. That's why we are who we are. That's why you are who you are. There's a difference between staying who you are for selfish reasons, and there's a difference between the selfless reasons. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Give and take, man. It's barter. It's barter system. Give and take, man. Supply, demand. The demand will not be there without the supply of it.
I do, because I know what it sounds like. I know what it feels like. I hate it. It's just how I feel about
Well,
it.
it even kind of extended to you, right? Because people made it a personal thing that you chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl. It's like, oh man, he's choosing the side, and he's he's not.
Like I don't have, what do I have to do with that? I chose the guy that was having a monster year. I think it was the right choice.
Word.
It wasn't in some sort of alliance to a battle. I don't.
Yeah.
What I care about them 2 guys battling, like, what's that got to do with me?
Word.
Have at it. Have fun.
That nigga
It's
said
almost
have
like
at it, have
not on
fun.
just me, by the way.
Ain't
They
none of my
drag
business.
everybody in it. Like everyone's part of this conspiracy to undermine Drake, I guess. But
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like what? I'm fucking Jay-Z. or due respect to him, I'm fucking Hov. Due respect.
I'll be real. That's hey, that's cold. Hey, that's cold. Hey, home, that's cold right there, nigga. That's ice blooded, nigga. That's ice cold blooded, boy. The fuck? What I gotta do with me? I'm Jay-Z. I'm whole, nigga. Oh shit. Oh shit. What a clear, unwavering sense of confidence, bro. You gotta love it. I'm whole, nigga.
Respectfully.
Or
Like, for what? To what end?
yeah,
It couldn't be that these guys just don't like each other.
yeah.
And I think they haven't liked each other for a long time.
Before you had anything to do with it.
For a while. I
Yeah.
think this has been brewing, just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. That happened. The Lexington TV sets, the minimum, whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff leading up to that point.
Myth Bleak. What is the Myth Bleak slugs in your hat, right?
It was sluts in your head. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, it happened. I actually regret that because I really like Nas. He's a really nice guy.
But also to your point, like I remember I was like 10 or 11 when that happened. I was
Got
like,
to pick a side.
well, I was on your side.
Yeah, I got clearly.
But my position was I can't go out and buy Stillmatic or ask my parents to buy Stillmatic.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna borrow it and burn it because
Yeah.
I can't deny one mic, you know?
Like I want to hear it.
Yeah.
But I ain't supporting them.
Or
Yeah.
so it's almost kind of like fostering the same independence that you carry versus like
Right back to the
just
beginning.
being like you're signed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna curate your career in this sort of way.
Yeah.
You know. I never was comfortable with that anyway.
With being
An
in
artist's
charge.
expression should be their expression.
Mm-hmm.
I really fall back. That's I think what happened with Cole. Like just the narrative around Cole is that we didn't love Cole. No, we believed in him enough to let him find his journey,
Yeah.
and he found his path. It took him a minute,
Yeah.
but he found his way.
Was that something that you had to learn yourself though too? Because Cole will tell the story about how like you wanted to sit him with Stargate and maybe think about that single.
Yeah, I was giving him a chance to
Push himself to other
take his
people.
talent and show it
Yeah.
to the most people possible.
Yeah, I get it.
But his way. I didn't force on it. It's like, here's this record from Stargate, and
Yeah.
you putting it out.
Yeah.
Like I forced Bleak to make Men Bleak. It was like, no.
I mean, I think that worked.
Bleak, my little brother. He has to listen to me. You know what I mean? But like for J. Cole, he has to find his own direction. And I'm going to give him the tools.
Yeah.
I mean, we made big records with Stargate. They made humongous records on Rihanna and blah, blah, blah. And even, I think they made the Wiz Khalifa Black and Yellow.
Yep. Yeah.
Biggest songs in the world.
Yeah.
You don't want to go sit with Fine.
All right.
You know, so I'm going to present that, but I'm not going to make them do it.
Yeah. What is your relationship with Cole like these days?
Obviously, there's things behind the scenes with, you know, like you know, audits and shit like that gets complicated.
Except
But
audits.
I think you given a chance to prove that you're above board is an opportunity.
Or
So I don't have any negative feelings for him. I'm actually super proud of him and what he's done.
it sounds like you're still like when you came in, we were talking about the mixtape. Like you're still engaging with the work as a fan too.
Yeah, Clue sent it to me actually.
Oh, word.
Clue, not Cole.
Yeah?
Sent it to-
DJ
he sent
Clue.
it to me, cause he's proud, right?
Yeah.
Think about Clue, like he have like a resurgence behind it.
Yeah. I want to go back to this idea we were talking about just doing things the right way, even when that comes to like attaining wealth and continuing to amass wealth. We're talking about B-sides. One of your illest lines to me is face to the ceiling, race to a billion, heaven on earth, will his wings still fit him? So
Yeah.
like, what's the answer to that question? Is it a constant struggle to maintain?
Your morality defines who you are,
Mhm.
right? It's not what you've attained. It's not a dollar amount that changes you.
Yeah.
And if so, what is that dollar amount?
Mhm.
When does it start? Is it 100,000? Is it 150? Like at what point, if it's a cutoff, if it's like all millionaires are bad,
Yeah.
okay. So at 999,000, I'm good. It can't be that way, right? It doesn't
Word.
make any sense. The system is set up against me, against us. But I'm talking about my specific struggle.
Yeah.
Everything was against me. My talent, not taking advantage of people, not taking advantage of a system, not creating tax loopholes, not just taking from other people. No, my talent pushed against all the headwind. And with that success, I've done things with my reach that I wanted to do that was helpful for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And with the system that we have, what are you going to do? Because I don't believe in that the idea that someone has a certain amount of money, it defines their personality.
So when you have like an example like that, versus like the kind of, I would say, commonplace public perception that someone would say all billionaires are bad or no one should have $1 billion. Like,
Yeah.
what's the tension in that?
I got to give you the honest answer.
Please.
There's no tension.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you say. You can believe what you want to believe.
Word.
You know, and people behave the way they want to behave.
Mm-hmm. You was who you was before you got here.
Was who you was before you got here. That's
Yeah.
the makeup of your person. You're gonna believe what you're gonna believe, and you're gonna behave the way you behave.
You're looking at a year that you defined to me as all offense. And you know, you said that you made scratches and they sounded kind of like fiery and maybe not anything you wanted to put out. So it made me wonder, like, what are the hallmarks of a great Jay-Z album right now? Like, what are you trying to put out there that you would want to put out
I
there?
don't know yet. I don't know. But I know that we have enough negativity currently.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what I need to create currently that's gonna like fulfill me
Okay.
and make me happy, because that's most important,
Yeah.
right? And whatever that feeling is,
Being selfish.
you know, will vibrate and like, you know, touch people in a way with its honesty. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm stopping myself from just creating.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to create something that people like
Yeah.
is where I think a lot of artists get jammed up.
Right. Right.
You know,
Overthinking it
yeah, they just try to make,
or reverse engineer it. Yeah.
yeah, or like, you know, they love the feeling of that white hot feeling of when they was you know, it felt new.
Yeah.
And that newness, trying to create that, is where they get jammed up, because you don't know slang and you don't think. And it's sad. It's like it's cringy. Like,
Yeah.
nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Make your type of music.
Word.
Because you ain't doing what you saying you're doing. I'm not doing the same thing I was doing in '96.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
we need to make that any type of music that approaches that would be embarrassing, because it's not authentic.
Mhm.
Embarrassing.
You just gotta make something timeless that I really love and that's really honest and true to
Yeah.
who I am.
You once said to the Russian billionaire that you were doing business with, I think with the Nets or Barclays, Mikhail, and you were saying how he showed you that, like, you both stayed at the same hotel and you were on one floor and you thought you were staying on the highest floor, and then he revealed that there was an even higher floor that he stayed on, and that lesson to you was that there's always a higher floor to climb. So I wanted to check back in and see if you still feel that way. Like, do you feel like you've reached the highest floor, or there's still floors to climb, and what the next however many years looks for you?
Yeah,
in
they're
terms of
more
that?
stoked, because I thought the highest floor in the building was the end of it, right? The next step is like owning the building. No, you're staying at my hotel.
That's hard.
I think in that way, if we just stay childlike and stay curious, there's always going to be another level.
Ha! Yeah, he just want to buy it all. He just want to niggerate the whole thing. Understandable, man. You playing with a different type of power, man. You playing with a different type of power when she got it, man. That was interesting. I like this interviewer. You know, that was a pretty good mixture of him being an actual Jay-Z supporter and a journalist, an interviewer. That was gangster. I like him, and he seems very childlike himself. He seems very refreshed. That's the word I can say. He seemed very refreshed. That was interesting interview.